Oh! Oh, HVAC havoc on the whole Buick. That part number right there is this elbow. I've added this hose to it. Now I would show a video of where this is on the car, but you know, I can't get to it. Where the AC lines go into the evaporator inside of the cabin, right a little bit lower, a little bit to the left is where this is. I can't feel it, but I know for a fact it's there. Oh. Very difficult to reach. Well, I guess it's on there. We'll find out. Man, get ridiculously dirty. Found this lovely thing. That's what I vacuumed out of the floorboard. So that should fix the AC problem. These back on. It starts here in a little while when I try to start it. Now I know I had said yesterday that the heater lines were hot, but you know the bottom one, or the bottom one was really hot. The top one was not. So that leads me to believe that there is a problem. And I've done some research on these a little bit. I guess these cars have some sort of reverse friggin' reverse thread, or see bottom, reverse flow cooling systems. I don't even know what that means. Got a two-way thermostat in it. Nice job, ass, whoever put that hose clamp on backwards. Great, that's draining half the water out of the engine. I'm pretty sure it's a flow problem is what I've got. 47 styles of clamps on this car. Pretty sure that's draining the whole system. I just don't understand why they would put clamps on all screwed up like this. If you put the clamp up, you can easily get to it. But I've always, on cars, it comes out of the thermostat and goes to the top of the radiator. Then as it's cooled, cold water goes down and is sucked into the bottom of the water pump. apparently on these, it can go both ways through the thermostat. The thermostat's in the pickup, and it flows through the heads first on these. I don't know. What I've got going on here, the top line out of the heater core goes to a T, which comes around to the front and then tees off and goes up under the surge tank. Bottom line from the heater core just comes around and goes into the bottom of the pump. I've taken all that apart to flush it out. But the bottom of the line on the bottom of the tank is crimped. Maybe that's the pickup coming out of the bottom of the tank. Though, if anybody has a diagram of how a 95 LT1 flows coolant on an Impala, Caprice, or Buick, let me know. I'd be curious to see that. I found a couple from a couple different engines, but nothing from this. But I'd be real interested in knowing how it flows. What is it, Sammy? I don't see anything, buddy. I don't like how that bottom is kinked. Also, something else I cannot show you. let's start this up and see what happens. We'll let this run, I'll bring you back. Alright, the wind's starting to pick up. Heat and AC are working. It looks like the condensate drain is draining where it needs to go. So from what I can tell, heat and AC both are fully functional, not draining in the floorboard. Everything working the way it should. The only thing I've noticed with me up here messing with these hoses is the low coolant alarm is still on. Maybe something gummed up with the sensor in the tank. You know, where I emptied it. You know, something moved and got stuck. So I'll unplug that for now and replace it. But I guess the common issues with these are a few different things. One thing the Buick has that the Impala doesn't is a seat. But I guess there's a couple common problems with these. If you're getting water in the floorboard when you're using your AC, it is that boot that I showed you at the beginning of this video. It either disintegrates or falls off or what have you. I don't know if it came with an extension originally. I put one on it because it drips right on the frame. That way I could cock it over to one side to get it on either side of the frame. But you know, that's a common fix for that. Heater cores getting clogged up is another one. The way you can tell that, you know, once the temperature's up, or once the car's up to operating temperature, both of your lines should be fairly close in temperature. You know, my whichever, I don't know if it was inlet or outlet, was actually a little bit cooler. So you take off the lines. I mean, they're easy to follow. Back flush them. Flush it one way, then flush it the other way, then go back and flush it the first way. And flush all that sediment and silt and stuff that's out of there that gets in there. Like I say, I'm almost, well, tomorrow will be a week I've had this car. And I really enjoy driving it. I do. I was going to kind of hot rod it a little bit, but I think I'm mainly just going to daily drive it. That's how much I like it. I want to fix a few more piddly things on here. This support right here that holds the radiator in, this top bracket, it is broken in multiple places. I'm going to try to pull it apart and glue it back together and see if I can make it stay. They've got a rope here that's holding the radiator in, which I don't care for. But, you know, obviously the low coolant light that is now stuck on forever, I want to get that fixed. The temperature gauge, I think, is off. I don't know, though. Maybe it's just completely inoperative. I need to check that in the morning when I fire it up. But anyways, you know, these cars, the best thing you can do is drive them, find out what's wrong with them, and move on. I had read about the AC elbow and forgotten about it, but a guy I've been talking to on YouTube, Two Stall Garage is his name. He's got a very pretty Impala, and he reminded me of that, I think last video or through Facebook or something. So when he said that, I came out here and checked, and sure shooting, mine was gone. So I went ahead and ordered one. It was like $6 shipped off Amazon. Crazy cheap for a GM part. But I guess I will know more in the next few days if it actually is working. I'm 99% sure that's the problem. But for now, I guess that's it. My heating and cooling and HVAC debacle is fixed. As always, I appreciate everything you do. I appreciate you guys who comment, like, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. You all are what's keeping this channel alive. Until next time, you guys be good and be safe.